a lecture by Gina Dabrowski for the Art and Artist course, J-Term. Aesthetics. Aesthetics refers to an awareness of beauty or to that quality in a work of art or other man-made or natural form which evokes a sense of elevated awareness in the viewer. Some equate the word aesthetic with taste. And so one might say that you could make an aesthetic choice to frame a photograph in a particular way, for example, to crop off the head or the feet in a photograph. So aesthetics, that awareness of beauty, the quality in a work of art, and it evokes an elevated sense of awareness. So the dictionary definition of aesthetics, the branch of philosophy dealing with the study of aesthetic values, such as the beautiful and the sublime, the study of the rules and principles of art, a particular idea of what is beautiful or artistic, and fourth, how something looks, especially when considered in terms of how pleasing it is. So representation of art. Representation art is objective or figurative. For example, it depicts the appearance of things. So it could be an image of a person. That would be figurative. It would have the figure in it. It could show how something actually looks. So here's an example of the Smoke Backstage by William Hartnett, and it is representational art. It is oil on canvas. This is from Preble's Art Forms by Patrick Frank, and it is done in the way called trompe-l'oeil, which means to fool the eye because it looks so realistic. So our next artist here, Nancy Spero, Black and the Red 3. I show you an installation view of the gallery and then a detail. Here Nancy says in Art 21 that when she showed this piece, she took a deep breath and she put the paper around in a single band of the gallery. And she was really interested in printing on the wall like a trompe-l'oeil to reiterate the images. So abstract art is the essence of an object or idea. So to abstract means to extract the essence of an object or idea. There is no reference to any natural objects, and the objects are often simplified, distorted, or exaggerated. So here is an example of The Cow by Theo van Duberg. And if you look at that image on the very top, you see a drawing of a cow and how it progresses to being more and more abstract. So by the time you get to the actual painting, which is tempera oil and charcoal on paper, done in 1917, it's an image that is made up of squares, which are geometric shapes, lines, and color, and it is these forms that give you the essence of a cow. Jessica's work here, Jessica Stockholder, she is from Art 21, and you could say that this too is you could say that this too is abstract art in her use of a wicker chair, a plastic tub, a light fixture. It gives you a sense of a globe or an earth, but it's actually not that. The title of the piece is Untitled, and this comes from the pbs.org website. Non-representational artwork. Well, it's made up of visual forms with no specific reference to anything outside of themselves. So there's an absence of subject matter. in Nancy Graves' piece Footscray, done in 1985. It's done in oil and acrylic and glitter on canvas with aluminum. There's no, it represents no visual form with no specific reference to anything outside of itself. It's non-representational. Altura Herrera, Before We Leave, the title of this piece, was done in 2001 and is made of wool and felt. And this piece too, non-representational. It's visually a single color, orange, that actually is made up of lines and shapes and form that is created by this felt material. Form. So, form, what we see. This is what it is that we see when we look at an artwork. That is the form. So, the form refers to the total effect of the combined visual qualities within a work, such as the materials, the color, the shapes, the lines, the design. We've talked about that. I've talked about that in these earlier pieces, referred to the line and the color and the shapes. In this piece, American Gothic, I've got two images that I've juxtaposed, Grant Wood's American Gothic and Gordon Parks' American Gothic, Washington, D.C., 1942. So what we have here is two images that take and convey form in a different way. So we've got a painting that shows a couple holding a man holding a pitchfork. The form that takes, it is a painting, an oil on beaver board. There are strong lines with the house in the background and the pitchfork. Those lines can also be seen in Gordon Parks' photograph with the flag in the background, the lines created by the broom. The stars that you see in the flag are somewhat mimicked by the pattern created on the woman's apron in the Grant Wood painting. Form, again, is what we see. What is it that you see here in this comparison between a nude and a hand? They're similar in shape, the way that they've been photographed. They're similar in size and scale. Their color is very similar. It's a black and white image. But clearly what we see are two different objects, yet very similar.